Good evening, Sentiment Attacks Live. We are live, hence the name. Tom is my name. Eli, say hello to the nice people.
Eli is my name.
Yes, that's true. No doubt. How's it going, James? Time is a very difficult concept. Who's to say what time is or is not?
I can tell you why I ran low on time today.
Sure.
I was rewatching this movie and I have it on Tubi. Sorry about the camera. I had it on Tubi and I was like, I got time. It'll it's only an hour and a half movie, and I'm sitting there and I didn't. The Tubi just has commercials all the time, and I didn't really. I thought I started watching it again at like 12. I'm like, I'm fine, and I'm just sitting there watching it and enjoying it, and then before I notice, it's like 3 minutes until 2. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, that's plausible because it says 90 minutes, but it's 7 hours of commercials. So it's actually 8.5 hours.
So I was just sitting there on the couch and I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll know when to go because the movie will be over. And then I'm like at the last, I was rewatching them like the last 10 minutes and I'm like, it feels, something doesn't feel right. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I do like the selection on Tubi, but the commercials can be a problem. It depends on the
Yeah.
title. Some of them it's not so bad, but then some of them it's just a constant stream of commercials.
I know.
That's funny. I'm James, I'm many, I'm Legion.
There are a lot of James out there.
Speaking of which, we can get into it. What have you been watching? I can start this off because this transitions into something that James just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Restream just like changed their entire thing around.
I see that.
So like I had to swap out all of the images. Like before you could only use PDFs. And then that changed. You can use like JPEGs or whatever, but then the entire system switched. So we might have technical issues beyond being late. But I watched the director's cut of Legion, Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
I got the 4K. It was on sale, and I finally saw the director's cut. This has both. The 4K is the regular theatrical cut, and on another disc you get the director's cut.
Yeah, they did that treatment also on the Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the director's cut. Yeah, we talked about it a while ago.
Okay, so I don't want to spoil it. I thought it was disappointing.
Oh.
Because of the well, again, it'll kind of spoil, but
Unavoidable.
There's a lot of added footage, especially in the first half, that I don't think really adds much.
Oh.
And then the big difference is with the Brad Dourif character and how the movie ends. I don't think it's really any better in the director's cut. It's definitely different. So if you're a fan of the movie, it's definitely worth seeing. But overall, I think I prefer the theatrical cut, if I'm being honest.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I at this point I don't even remember what I remember being told about the director's cut that interested me. Probably just new stuff that you haven't seen before. But if it doesn't add up to much, what is it? What's it going to do?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's definitely different in the way in the Brad Dourif character and how that unfolds. I'll just say that much.
Okay.
But it was sort of hyped up in that William Peter Blatty would talk about it because they basically fired his ass and banned him from the studio and redid it. And, he hated what they did to it. So it was kind of hyped up like, oh, this is the better version, is his original vision. The other point is that on the Blu-ray, all the extra footage is all VHS inserts from a work print. So that doesn't help. So none of that material, none of the 35 millimeter elements have survived.
Mm.
Even with that, I could see why the studio did not like the version that he submitted and wanted to redo it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a disappointing thing to hear, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah, and, Scott could not be here. He's on a secret mission in Iran. Pete Hegseth sent him on Scott on a secret mission to distribute, porno mags to spread democracy.
Yes.
So we're on a democracy spreading mission, and, Pete told me the first rule of this secret mission is to get the word out on social media as much as possible. So that's, what I've been trying to do.
Spam
So
in social media.
yeah, so Scott is a hero. We thank you for your service, Scott, if you're out there,
Yeah.
if you're still alive.
We like to call him a patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably not alive at all, but that's
Yeah.
don't worry about it. The US government will not report his death. They'll be like, Scott's doing great. Oh, he's doing so good. That's Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott.
It's just his limbs are in different parts of the country, but that's fine. He'll work around it.
Yeah, his death was not for nothing.
It's
At
not
least
death. It's being uh separated from your own body parts. It's not it's not death really.
as long as we save his head, we can put it in a jar or something,
Yeah.
like in Futurama.
Like, have you ever seen They Saved Hitler's Brain?
No.
That's the
Yeah.
plot of They Saved Hitler's Brain is when Hitler died in the bunker, they saved his head and put it in a jar. And then the Nazis are going to take over the world with Hitler's head.
So when you say this, are you saying that's a theory?
No,
Or
I'm
is
saying
that
that's the plot of the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'd watch that. That sounds cool. I was like, "Is that a real movie? That somebody made this?"
It
Okay.
is. I don't think it really happened, if that's what you're asking me.
No, I mean, if there was like a conspiracy theory, like, you know, kinda like maybe he flew to Argentina and didn't die.
Well,
I'm like,
yeah,
"This
I've
is
heard
next
that he survived. I haven't heard that someone like Alex Jones proposed that his head was in a fishbowl being kept alive. Although it wouldn't shock me if someone actually thinks that.
Yeah, they just got the idea from Futurama.
Secret Window with Johnny Depp, I saw that in the theater.
I think I did too. I remember not really caring for it, but I would rewatch it because my tastes are different now.
Um, I liked it pretty well, I think. I thought maybe the tone was a little off.
Mhm. That's what yeah. Johnny Depp
Like
is a weird actor in that movie too. His
I
blonde
remember
hair.
there's some unnecessarily goofy things in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm reading the comments.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like oh, I read the comments wrong.
Yes, he's our Chuck Norris. Although we already have a Chuck Norris, so
Yeah, but he's old.
yeah, he's the new Chuck Norris.
Scott is the young Chuck Norris. The younger Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I think we all know what part of Scott is getting in the jar, getting the jar treatment.
Whatever they can find.
Yeah, so has there been anything? I'm sure there has been things that you've seen. God knows
Yeah.
there's been stuff I've seen.
Yeah, you want me to tell?
Sure.
Let's see. So I've been trying to catch. I didn't see too many theater movies for a while, so I tried to catch up. Last night I saw Dolly. Have you heard of that? Dolly.
Oh yeah, I think
Decent.
I heard about it because the Dead Pit guys talked about it maybe a month ago or something. They got a screener for it.
Yeah, probably because I think it was also one of the festival circuit movies from last year too. Like
It's like a slasher with a creepy doll.
like a creepy doll face, you know.
That talks like a baby or something.
Yeah, it wasn't. I kind of thought it would be better. It was okay. It does have a cool kind of like 70s, style cinematography. It looks like probably shot on film look. So it's very great, but it's set in modern days. Which I like. I like that gimmick. It's fine. And then so yeah, you got it's kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe where you got out in the woods, a creepy lady with a like a porcelain doll mask. And I guess she used to be a wrestler, which I had never heard of, Max the Impaler. Does that ring a bell to anybody?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know what wrestling, promotion this was. See?
What
Scott would
what
know this.
what is it? The Impaler?
Max the Impaler.
Max the Impaler?
Yeah. So not WWE for sure, or AEW.
AEW?
Yeah, I think it's maybe
Oh,
one
I
of the
see.
smaller. Yeah, so she's the character, and I remember seeing people like, "Oh, this is gonna be like the new, killer that everyone's talking about," and I don't see it happening.
Oh, it was the NWA.
Oh, okay.
I did watch. So this was when Billy Corgan bought the
Oh,
NWA and revived it, and I did
oh,
watch it when they started it, and then stopped watching it.
oh, okay.
Um, Interesting.
But yeah, it was okay. I kinda thought it'd be better, but they were gonna make a sequel, and I'll check that out too. And I saw Scream 7. What else did I see?
Yeah, I
Act
haven't seen Scream 7 yet. I'll probably see it tomorrow.
yeah. I thought Scream 7 was solid. Everyone's obviously kinda bashing on it right now. First of all, what do you expect from the 7th Scream movie? Second of all, it's not bad. It's certainly I thought it was just fine. Totally watchable. Totally I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it for the most part, and then I saw that French Dracula movie, which I thought was pretty bad.
Okay.
That Luc Besson movie or whatever, no, not good.
Yeah, I'm kinda Draculaed out. Like, I think Nosferatu kinda hit it, and then it's like,
Yeah.
we're playing with fire trying to run that up the hill again.
Yeah, because I mean, this is Nosferatu was, the did its thing, and then this is kinda doing the same thing where it's like, this is Mary Shelley or not Mary Shelley, sorry, the Bram Stoker the Bram Stoker version of Dracula again, but done in a silly French guy way, and it just didn't work. Not good.
Okay. I saw Wuthering Heights.
Oh,
Um, yeah, and generally people have been ragging on it, and generally I agree. I think it's, visually very cool, and the set design is very cool. And I saw Saltburn, which was the director's previous movie,
yeah.
which I did like, but this I I would call this like the fuckboy version of Wuthering Heights.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, there's really it's very to me, like, they were going for 40 Shades of Grey, or is it 50 Shades of Grey? What is
50.
the
50,
60
yeah.
Shades of Grey?
1,000 shades.
Whatever. They're going for, like, just the surface level, like, she's gotta decide between her fuckboy. Does she want the poor fuckboy or go with the rich guy?
The hot poor guy.
Yeah, the hot poor guy or the not as hot rich guy. And then so basically it's she's, repressed, sexually repressed, so she goes for the rich guy, and that turns out to be a mistake. That's basically the plot of this version. And then I thought Margot Robbie was a little annoying. It looked like she was trying to do Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind.
Hmm, I see.
Um, yeah, and there's just some really weird stuff in it, but I thought that was kinda neat. Like, there's a character that drinks himself to death, and then when they find the the body, there's beer bottles, but there's like 1,000 beer bottles.
You're like, "No one really does that."
Yeah,
You don't save the bottles.
but there's other just, like, weird set design choices, but I thought that were kinda cool.
Well, I saw the trailer, and that's the vibe I got from the trailer was like, "Okay, this looks like it's gonna be visually very cool," and the music sounded kinda cool too.
Yeah, it was the Charlie XCX or whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought it was actually kinda decent 'cause it was kinda synth pop,
Yeah.
which I do like synth pop stuff.
I liked, well, I mean, I only heard the music from the trailer, but I thought it was really cool. I didn't know if that represented the score overall, but and I never heard of the Charlie person, but I was like, "Ah, kind of decent for a pop artist."
Yeah, I just, I've had people tell that were, ladies younger than me, say they're big fans of hers.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, no, I read the book in high school. This
Yeah, I
is
was gonna ask if you were familiar with the source material because I'm not.
and this is d yeah, it's very different. It's
Okay.
not really that comparable. It's just very surface level, Lifetime movie, but there's just kind of an S&M naughty angle to it that you
Eh,
wouldn't get in a Lifetime movie, and also just kind of, from a design standpoint, artistic and weird in a way that you would not see in a Lifetime movie. So,
yeah. No, that makes sense.
um, yeah, we should have probably alternated
Oh, sorry.
what we have seen. Um, and then I saw, A Better Tomorrow in the theater
Oh, yeah, I
with
wanted
John
to.
Woo.
Ah, damn it.
Um, so this is not one of my favorite John Woo movies, but it was sort of the first one that was the heroic bloodshed thing. So it's like
Mhm.
very influential. And it looked good. It's in Cantonese, so it's not English dubbed. And also there is at the end, there's a John Woo interview, and it's actually a really good interview. It's like maybe 10 minutes or something where he talks about producing the movies and, he was before this movie, he was basically a failure as a filmmaker, and none of his movies had made any money. And then, so he was really wanted to impress everybody. And then Chow Yun Fat was just like a television actor. And he had in the script he had a much smaller role, but he beefed up the role for Chow Yun Fat. Um,
Would you say that was one of Chow Yun Fat's kinda, like, breakaway roles, like, into
that
the
that it was his breakout
yeah,
role.
cool.
I guess he was known as a television actor, but this was like his breakout role.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I remember I didn't know who Chow Yun Fat was. I don't think I knew who he was until he it was either when he came over to the US or maybe I knew Hard Boiled a little bit before, his US, he came over to the, US and kind of started doing American movies for a while.
Well, yeah, he was in Crouching Tiger. Was that 2000?
I guess it was around there, yeah.
Um,
And then he remember, like, The Corruptor? Remember that movie?
mhm.
That was okay.
Yeah, I might have seen, like, The Hard Boiled and Killer, etcetera, after Crouching Tiger. So
Oh,
maybe,
okay,
like
so it's not just me then.
maybe, like, 2000 I started getting into that stuff maybe around then.
Oh, okay.
Maybe right before that movie or the year after. Yeah, so, yeah, Better Tomorrow was, I guess, the first heroic bloodshed movie, so it was before Hard Boiled.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, those movies are so fun. Amazing.
And yeah, and then basically the plot is um there's two cops that are best friends, and one's the good cop and one's the bad cop that is running a whatchamacallit, a criminal enterprise. Um
Yakuza.
no,
Or not Yakuza, but
um he's what do you call it? Printing money.
oh, counterfeit, yeah.
Yeah, counterfeiting money. And then that's where the drama comes in. And then Chow Yun Fat is also in on the operation. He's like the friend.
Yeah, I really wanted to catch that. How long did it play in your theater?
It was only a couple of dates. I can see if it's. I don't remember if it's still playing. There's
Yeah, I
also
think at
been
my
like
theater it was like 1 day. I'm like, "Come on, guys."
there's also been like dates added. Um,
Probably 'cause it, performed better than they thought it would.
yeah, maybe. I mean, there were people in the theater. It wasn't like me and one other person.
Over here, it would be. Although you never know, that's what's cool about the older movies when they play in theaters. It's always cool to see what kinda people show up, you know?
Yeah, some of them have surprised me. Like, um,
'Cause that's not really a movie, at least here, that's not a movie that, like, teenagers are probably gonna walk into or anything. That's only
no,
gonna be the people that yeah, that know about it.
I don't know. I don't think it's playing anymore, regardless.
Yeah.
I have another movie I watched. Do you remember I talked about the haunted castle movie about the haunted cat, the ghost
Oh,
cat
yeah. Of course.
thing? This is another Blu-ray, Mondo Macabro Blu-ray I picked up that has a similar thing to it, which I didn't realize. I just got it because of the cover. And here, look at this cover.
Wow. A haunt
It's a haunted Turkish bathhouse,
that name.
1975. So this is like a trashy version of that movie. It's basically a prostitute is working at a brothel to pay off her husband's gambling debts, and then she's murdered. Um, and then she has a black cat, so then they both like haunt the brothel. And also there's another. Here's like the Japanese poster. Let's see if this works. Look how
Wow.
evil that black cat is.
I don't know what it's doing with its eyes. They just took one picture and they're like, "Yeah, that'll work."
Yeah. Being evil.
Cat was in between blinking.
Um, and I have a clip, I think. Where is it? Um,
You
I'm gonna
should,
try.
CGI that, you should Photoshop that and put Midnight's face over that black cat's face.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't
That's a good
notice. Wouldn't be
that's a good
much different.
idea.
I said
Um,
CGI. You know someone's old when they say CGI for
yeah, Photoshop would be more accurate.
you're like, "I don't need to CGI. There are either easier ways."
I'm gonna try to play this clip here.
Do it.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Evil cat?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see if this works.
Look at those eyes. He's angry. Damn. This got awesome. Wow. Cat demon lady.
Those are your villains.
I'd watch that. That they had way better cat attack scenes than the other movie did, from what I saw there.
Well, they're actually throwing the cat through the air.
So the only way you can do it back then. Poor cat. As long as they can guarantee me they never hurt. The cat wasn't hurt. I'm down. I'll turn a blind eye, I guess.
I'm not sure they can guarantee it.
No.
But yeah, so that's Mondo Macabro, a haunted Turkish bathhouse. And I think this came out a couple months ago.
That looked pretty fun to me.
Was there anything else that you've seen? I can pull up a few more things.
Think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I saw. Yeah, for the last couple weeks.
Or I have some clips I can play. Um. Okay. Oh, and I've been watching Portlandia.
Oh, cool. I like it.
Yeah, I've watched would watch clips on the internet and never actually watched the show.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up watching the first 2 seasons.
That's funny because I just kind of started rewatching that too, like maybe a month ago, and I watched maybe most of the first season. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I really like it. Um, it's basically making fun of annoying white people.
Specifically in Portland, but doesn't only apply to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that remind me of certain areas of Baltimore,
Oh, I bet.
like hipstery, any hipstery areas.
Yeah. Have you seen the episode? It might be later, but or maybe you've seen the clip, the one with Glenn Danzig.
No.
Okay, it's I don't know. I have no idea what season it's in, but it's pretty funny where he's like on a beach. Like the goth people go to a beach and Glenn Danzig is there like just hanging out. They start talking to him and he's like I can't remember. It's pretty funny. It's like Glenn Danzig, the person you'd least expect to see at a beach.
Um, I have a funny Glenn Danzig story. She's Carrie Brownstein from Sleater Kinney. To me, it was like a little weird at first because I just know her from Sleater Kinney. She's actually a really great comedic actress. Um, yeah, because I heard a friend of mine. He had a friend that supposedly lived near Glenn Danzig, and he said he was walking by his house one day, and Glenn Danzig was bench pressing in his front lawn. And he was playing music on his boombox. Do you wanna guess what was playing on his boombox?
I guess would it be any of his bands or something else?
Yeah, it was Danzig 1.
Oh my That's cringy.
Allegedly, I don't know if I believe this, but this is what I heard.
I mean, the fact that he walked by his house is pretty easy to believe since he just kind of lived it. I can't remember if it was LA, some part of
Well, I
California.
think this was the Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he has had different houses.
Yeah, that's true. But it seemed like he always just kind of lived in not like a gated community or anything, just like a regular neighborhoods and stuff. So it's not like he's super hard to find, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen pictures of him, with the cat litter and stuff, and he's wearing like Danzig shirts. So I guess it's not that hard to believe he'd be listening to his own music too.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
That's true.
It would be funny if he was like using for weights on his bench press, like those kitty litter buckets. That's how he determines how much he can lift in kitty litter.
Yeah, here I'll play a clip because to me this was a funny reference. This is the Amy Mann episode. Portlandia. We're off of Dan. I'm talking about Portlandia again. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
You know who we hate? Tori Amos. Isn't she the worst?
I don't really have a problem with Tori Amos.
I wrote Tori Amos a letter. She didn't write back.
But the in context of that sketch, it's like this horrible couple. They're huge Amy Mann fans, and they hire a cleaner, and it turns out to be Amy Mann, but they still treat her like shit, like they would any other cleaner. But they constantly tell her what fans they are. And then they periodically say something to make her feel better while she's cleaning, but also create more of a mess. So that they also like tell her that she's way better than Sarah McLachlan, and they destroy a Sarah McLachlan pinata, but then she has to clean up all the pinata stuff. But I love that because it's a Japanese bootleg CD that they have in their dresser.
So like some rare thing.
Yeah. So we're supposed to believe that they're not fans and they have a Japanese bootleg on their dresser of Tori.
That's awesome. Japanese bootleg. Never was a fan of Tori Amos. I even myself have a Tori Amos CD somewhere lying around.
Well, here I have. You see this case?
Yeah.
This is all Tori Amos CDs.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that might take the cake. Someone that has a dedicated receptacle.
No, I'm not even like they're usually ladies, but they have way more CDs than I do. Yeah, I wouldn't surprise if Ani DeFranco shows up at some point. There was like some kind of a reference to her at some point.
Yeah, Portlandia is a funny show. I think I told you, but I'm trying to move to Portland maybe in the next year or so. So I've been kind of rewatching Portlandia just to kind of get my Portland juices flowing, I guess.
Well, yeah, there's some real businesses in there. There's it's a real coffee shop, and then they go to Voodoo Donuts at one point. There's like the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Or like the hide and seek. I think it's the hide and seek thing where they go to Voodoo Donuts.
Oh yeah, the adult hide and seek.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. The old lady. he's like under her table in the library. Don't you have a job? Oh yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, that the old lady, like the promo she cuts on him while he's underneath that was one of the best moments.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Because she's not that. She's an old lady that's tired of these Portland hipsters. You can tell.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And something else I got. There's this company that's releasing Asian movies. Error 4444.
Wow. What a name.
And I placed an order finally because usually their stuff was always sold out. Like just sells out immediately.
Wow.
But I got two things. This is one of them, Fatal Termination with Moon Lee. It took 10 weeks for me to get it.
Wow.
And this was not a pre-order.
Wow. Where do they ship from?
The US.
Oh, okay. So who knows what their excuse was? We'll just say they're really busy.
Well, I've always heard like it's hard to get their stuff sells out immediately. They don't make enough, and then if you order, it takes forever because they're like making more. They're always like trying to make more copies and can't or something.
I mean, I guess that's a good problem to have. You're selling shit so fast you can hardly keep up with it,
Yeah, I guess, but they're not, because initially I think some of the other one was we talked about, you weren't on the episode, but we talked about Red to Kill, and I got their Blu-ray of Red to Kill.
Ooh, that's cool.
And this was initially limited to 800 copies.
Wow.
And then sold out immediately.
Damn.
But then they reissued it.
Okay. Damn. Well, they're doing something right, it sounds like. That's cool. They're going to be like the next company where The next like Vinegar Syndrome.
I don't know. That's cool that they're releasing, obscure Asian movies, because there's so many cool ones that don't have a legitimate release.
I know. You should send them your wish list.
Yeah. But this is basically like there's a married cop couple, and then Moon Lee is the wife, and then Moon Lee's brother is involved in a gun running operation, and so they're investigating this gun running operation. But then the the last third of the movie is really awesome, and it has one of the craziest stunts I've ever seen in the last third, but I kind of don't want to give it away.
It's fair enough.
But there's a whole kidnapping plot in the last third.
Ooh.
So this is sort of advertised as a Girls with Guns movie, but it's just Moon Lee, and then all of her action stuff is in the last third. There's no other girls.
Oh, okay.
So it's like half a Girls with Gun movie, I guess. Girl
enough.
with gun sometimes, because she's a mom. The first, other than one scene, like you just see her being a mom majority of the movie.
Yeah, little build up, storyline build up.
Yeah,
cool.
But yeah, this is fucking insane. This one stunt, this one scene.
We're all gonna be curious now.
And there's a lot of, when you get to like the 90s Hong Kong movies, you see that frequently, where it looked just certain stunts that looked very dangerous.
And probably were, right?
Yeah. Because you hear about the yeah, you can order it and pray.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's another way to see it, because I don't think this was even on VHS or anything in the US.
That's so that could be one you might have to rip for us if we want to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, you hear those stories about like Jackie Chan telling his Hong Kong stories. I'm sure you've seen interviews where it's talking about like how dangerous it was, but those guys were down for it though. They loved it, but talking about how he had like a crew and they were constantly getting hurt real bad sometimes too.
Yeah, because I think it was that whole showdown and Police Story where Jackie Chan fucked himself up on a stunt.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, a couple times he's hurt himself he's broken like every bone in his body at this point. I think he said almost. Tough, hard at Jackie Chan is a badass dude. You talk about MMA fighters and stuff, like Jackie Chan's also, he's a badass dude.
Yeah, if you're, I would call him an athlete
for sure.
Even though he's not competing for anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the more impressive athletes that I can think of.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
If you consider wrestlers to be athletes, then I don't know why Jackie Chan can't be an athlete.
Yeah, just because it's not a sport.
Yeah.
But he knew martial arts, so then.
Yeah. But I mean, specifically, he may have been apart from, I'm just talking in the movies.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I got a little respect for that stuff.
Okay. I got one more. Was that it? Oh, I got another thing I can talk about, but I got one more thing to show off. And again, this was like supposed to come out like 3 months ago. I pre-ordered it. So there's Vinegar Syndrome had a sub label called Fun City Editions.
I didn't hear about that.
They released a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of 80s American movies that are interesting. And 70s. Yeah, but they spun off into just a separate company. So they're no longer affiliated with Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh.
So they have their own website, and then you can order their stuff on like Amazon or whatever, but they have exclusive versions on the website. So this is one of the quintessential punk rock movies, Ladies and Gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains, starring Diane Lane.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is the special website edition. And it was advertised like it's modeled after a 7-inch.
Yeah.
So I was expecting it like to be inside of a 7-inch or something,
Yeah.
but it's just a box.
Yeah. It's like
And
a box around a 7-inch or a 7-inch
yeah,
around a box.
yeah, and then the front and the back is a 7-inch.
That's cool. I've never seen anything like that. It might not have been done before. Like that, exactly like that.
And then you can get like the regular edition is just like, I think it just looked like this. And then it comes with this booklet.
Wow.
And then there's a poster, double-sided poster.
Anticipation. Oh,
This
that's
is this is like a poster within the movie. Like the band has these posters made.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
the posters that like kids would have on their walls in the 70s and 80s. Like you got it out of like a magazine. That's kind of what that reminds me of.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this was a movie that I had a bootleg on VHS of, and it had never come out on VHS.
Wow.
And then it took a while to come out on DVD. And then basically it's Diane Lane is this troubled teen who she's featured on a like a news report. So she's sort of known to the public from that. And then she starts an old girl punk band. And then they go, it's basically following them on tour where they're an opening act for a known punk band and a heavy metal band.
Cool.
And at first they were, ignored as the opening act. And then as the tour goes on, they become the headliner of the tour.
Wow.
Like they become a sensation. And like all the girls show up dressed as Diane Lane or just as the girls. And they're just like doing the way bands used to do with Metallica in the early days when they had the other bands playing, they would just like stick their middle finger out.
No one cared about the opening
wait
band.
for the headliners. So it's just sort of like a road movie, tour movie, where it's sort of like the perils of punk rock stardom kind of thing.
That's cool.
And I've always really, really loved this movie. So
Yeah,
I got the super edition.
that's awesome.
Oh, and then E.G. Daily is in it. You know who E.G. Daily is?
The name, I recognize the name. I'd have to see.
She's Pee-wee's girlfriend in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, okay. Yep. I love
She's
that movie.
She's a singer / actress. She does like at the prom and Better Off Dead. She's singing the song at the prom.
Oh, okay.
And then she has a lot of songs on various soundtracks. Like she has a song on the Breakfast Club soundtrack.
Oh shit.
She's in this movie. She just has a couple lines.
That's cool.
And this actually ties into the last thing I was going to mention. Have you ever heard of the actor John Eric Hexum?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah.
Or do I? Or do I know
she's
him?
in Devil Rejects, Valley Girl, Rugrats.
Rugrats like the cartoon, or is that a movie?
Doing the voice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I watched the shit out of that when I was a kid. So,
I don't know how I happened on this, but there was a show called Cover Up with Jennifer O'Neill. I think I was looking up Jennifer O'Neill, and it's this pretty stupid show where Jennifer O'Neill is a fashion photographer, and her husband is killed mysteriously, and then she goes like to investigate, and she finds out he was a secret CIA operative.
Wow.
So she hires this guy, John Eric Hexum. That's the actor's name. He's like an ex Green Beret super agent. And then
With a
he
name
goes,
like that, I would hope so.
well, his character is an ex.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember what his character's name is. I didn't write it down. I don't give a fuck.
Probably something cool. Guys like that always get a sick name, like John Wolf or something, you know? Like
Yeah, like Wolf Striker.
Wolf Striker.
Um,
We should do that like a best of 80s action hero names, you know, like John Cobretti and stuff.
Marion Cobretti.
Or Marion Cobretti.
Yeah, so basically she hires him to go investigate with all these spies to figure out who killed her husband, and then they decide to team up as a fashion photography front for the CIA. So she was just a photographer, and she goes to the CIA and be like, "Hey, can I be a secret front for your missions?" So the idea is John Eric Hexum is like the stud male model, and then she's the photographer, and they like go to Cuba to take photos on the beach, but they're actually there to like overthrow the government or do whatever CIA thing.
It's just the two of them.
Yeah, and that's the cover. It's like, oh, we're actually doing fashion photography.
Wow. That's
So
brave.
That's the plot of the show. But the reason why this is famous, because this was the if you remember the Brandon Lee shooting on set,
Oh yeah.
and then the Russ shooting was the other one. This is the third on set shooting where somebody died.
Jesus.
Like the dude. So this is Hexum. He was fucking around with the gun while they were waiting for the next setup.
Oh damn.
And then he shot himself with a blank.
Oh, why did he have it pointed at his head?
Apparently he was like playing Russian roulette.
Oh my god.
I guess maybe I don't know, maybe he didn't realize there was a blank in it.
Yeah.
But he shot himself with a blank and ended up dying.
Oh my god. He sounds like an idiot, to be fair.
You can kill somebody with a blank if you shoot him right next to the gun, or ruin their hearing.
It's happened, yeah. People, I've heard that as of like the last, I think, couple years, I've heard blanks are not allowed on set anymore in movies. I've heard that's like literally a just done thing. I mean, maybe it was the Alec Baldwin thing, but I've heard that it's literally no, like it's all digital now. It's all going to be like a digital lens, or what do you call it, the muzzle flare or whatever. And like I've heard there's no more blanks in Hollywood. I could be wrong though.
I haven't heard that. I'm surprised.
Oh, okay.
I thought I would have.
I could be wrong. Yeah, everyone that heard me say that. Yeah.
I know certain movies and producers have said that.
Okay.
But the problem is, like, in Hollywood, there's not like a king of Hollywood that can declare.
Yeah. You can't just,
So it's like a studio, I guess, can make that their thing.
Yeah.
But I've heard just certain movies or producers said they were not doing any blanks.
Yeah. Gotta be careful with them guns, guys.
I think it did come out. I thought it was finished.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Rust, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
But I don't know if you can see it yet.
I thought it was out officially. I could be wrong, though. I'm giving a lot of unsure information today.
Yeah, it came out.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty tragic. I remember when that happened.
Yeah, because I've worked on movies where we've had guns on set, so I have sort of, I was sort of really interested in it, and I followed it.
Yeah, I just thought it was really sad.
Yeah, and it was just totally insane.
Yeah,
because anybody that's been on set with guns, the things that had to happen for that to happen. It's just
inexcusable,
like wildly inexcusable.
Yeah, It sucks that someone had to, lose their life for that.
Yeah, apparently the movie was finished.
I hope it's good. Hopefully it's a decent movie at least.
Yeah. But yeah, they did say because is it Helena Hutchins was the cinematographer that got killed? I think what's her name? Something like
That sounds right. Yeah.
I think it was like spearheaded. Like her husband said she would have wanted it finished.
Yeah.
And that's why they ultimately finished it.
That's good.
As a tribute to her.
Yeah. Like her final piece of work,
Yeah. So, because I know some people have said, well, that's kind of scummy that they're releasing it to make a lot of money or something, but it was spearheaded by her husband.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes a difference.
Because I think the director said he didn't want to finish it.
Oh, okay.
But they only he only did it because he got talked into it by her husband, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, and so I just watched the pilot for Cover Up, but it's never been released on anything basically. So it's just on YouTube in really terrible quality, like 5th generation VHS. So it's kind of hard to watch for that reason. And I have a ad for it if you want to see what this guy looked like. So that's him on the left, the stud muffin. With the,
yeah, it looks about the type.
Yeah. So this is the less known version of the getting shot on set.
Yeah. Wow. CBS, 10 p.m. Damn, I never heard of it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I never heard of it until maybe reading about the Brandon Lee thing, and
Yeah,
in an article, like it was brought up in context of the Brandon Lee shooting.
yeah. I really love Brandon Lee. That bummed me out so bad when he died. I was still really young. I was like a teenager, and like I loved The Crow. I loved that movie he did with Dolph Lundgren, and I really liked Brandon Lee back then. He seemed
Showdown
like
in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Where he just keeps talking about how huge Dolph Lundgren's penis is. That's like the running joke.
And then there's another movie. I forget which one this was. This other one that I thought was really cool that had a bunch of like cool martial arts scenes. Like there's this one scene where like these bad guys are coming down the stairs in a house, and Brandon Lee comes along and he kicks the guys, but he kicks through the stairs. Like he breaks the stairs with his leg and then kicks the dudes. It was awesome.
I don't remember.
I don't know if anyone could actually do that, but Brandon Lee did.
Yeah, he was a male model and actor.
Yeah. Oh, Rapid Fire. Yeah. That might be the one, James. It might have been the one I was just talking about. Rapid Fire was cool too. I'm going to go through a Brandon Lee phase now. Watch some of it.
It's about time 2026. Time for a Brandon Lee phase.
Yeah. We're bringing Brandon Lee back this year. R.I.P.
2032, that Steven Seagal phase.
Oh yeah, that's overdue. Have you seen any of like all these like 80 Steven Seagal movies he's done like post 2020? He's done like a shit.
No, I did watch. I would watch. I mean, I would. There was a time I considered myself a Steven Seagal fan.
Me too. Oh yeah, I watch everything. Yeah,
and then I would until like the early aughts.
Yeah,
and then I was like, there's a I can't remember like the last one that I saw, but I gave up at a certain point. It was it was like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, the last one I watched might have been the one where he I want to say he went to Alaska, maybe like an oil field or something like that. That was like, yeah, it was like halfway okay, but it was you could just tell it just wasn't the same. And I think before that, honestly, the last great might be Under Siege. That might be like the last great Seagal movie.
I think Under Siege 2 is really good.
Okay, see, I'm pretty sure I saw that, but I can't remember it as well, so I'll have to rewatch it. I bet you're right though.
I don't know that Yeah, I think it's really good. I don't know if I would say, to me, the great Steven Seagal movies are Above the Law and Out for Justice.
Those are those are the high water marks.
And then, in the next tier, like the very good, I would put Under
Ooh, I
Siege
see
2.
I see a Seagal tier list coming in our future at some point.
Well, we could do it right now. I mean, there's really not a lot to talk about.
I guess we can't include his last 300 movies he's done post 2020 or 2002.
Ticker is bad, but it's pretty hilarious.
What year is that?
2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 2005 is when I dropped off. Like Black Dawn, Mercenary for Justice,
I didn't see any of those.
Shadow Man, Attack Force.
I remember Shadow Man.
Yeah, like 2006.
I do remember that one. It was bad.
Yeah, to me, Out for Justice is number 1. Above the Law is number 2. Hard to Kill is number 3.
Ooh, yeah, Hard to Kill.
And then I guess Under Siege.
So the first 4.
Under Siege is 4.
Okay.
I might put Under Siege 2 as 5. Ooh. And then Mark for Death as 6. And then after that, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I think I may not have ever seen anything after 1997 Fire Down Below. I'm looking, though. I might have seen Exit Wounds with DMX. I probably saw that. Yeah, I don't know about the rest. Oh, boy. God. Are you looking? He's done so many movies post, like, 2000.
Yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb. But I was like, I would go, oh, new Steven Seagal movie, go rent it,
Yep.
Until about 2005. I was like, this needs to stop. This is toxic behavior.
It looks like all he does now is geezer teaser movies. He's the new geezer teaser. Oh, I forgot he was in Machete, but that doesn't count. That's not a Seagal movie.
Yeah. And then, executive, what is it? Executive action or executive decision. That movie's good, but he only has a small part in it.
Yeah, it doesn't count. He didn't have enough time to ruin it.
Yeah, that's a legitimate Kurt Russell action movie that I think is good.
I'm looking at this movie, The Onion. Oh, that's okay. That doesn't count.
Yeah, that cock puncher, or whatever that thing is. That skit.
Yeah, I was like, what? I'd probably watch
that. Was a funny skit.
Okay.
Yeah, William Forsythe is amazing in Out for Justice. He's my favorite villain for the Steven Seagal catalog.
Yeah, his first 4 movies are pretty much flawless.
And then Stone Cold is iconic. One of my favorite action movies, if I'm being honest.
Stone Cold with
Brian Bosworth.
Yeah, Bosworth. Yeah, that Stone Cold's fucking awesome. Good old Boz. The Boz.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so the final thing about, I don't know how we got to that, but
I don't either. It doesn't, but it felt good.
So we were talking about E.G. Daily.
Yeah.
She does the theme song. She does a cover for the Cover Up show that we were talking about.
Oh.
She does a theme song, Holding Out for a Hero, the cover of the Bonnie Tyler movie from Footloose.
Oh.
The John Steinman song.
Okay.
Written by John Steinman.
Yeah.
And she has the few lines in Ladies and Gentlemen, the Fabulous Stains. And she was dating John Eric Hexum when he died.
Oh, full circle.
they were dating.
Full circle. Wow. What a power couple that was. Those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, James, I do not remember. James saying Steven Seagal played Capone? I was reading his comment. I hope not. He'd be a terrible. I could see him trying. Can't you imagine him trying to do Seagal trying to play a gangster?
Yes, whatever he thinks is cool, he would think that would be cool.
Oh, he would think it was very cool. And he would think that he did it flawlessly and 10 out of 10 performance.
Yes.
Not to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Does anyone remember? It's Steven Seagal. After this, I promise I'll drop Steven Seagal. But does anyone remember the Steven Seagal energy drink from the early 2000s?
Yes, but I don't think I had it. I remember someone. I may have tried it because I think I remember someone having it. Like, hey, I bought the Steven Seagal energy drink.
Pure awfulness. It was the worst energy drink ever. But if you want to read some funny stuff, look up the Reddit. There's some interesting Reddit threads about it where people talk about their experiences and like how bad they thought it tasted. Some people liked it, I guess, but I thought it was awful. But I bought both flavors.
Well, that's your Christmas present. I'll go on eBay and find an old can.
Yes. And then I have to drink it on camera. It's like 25 years old.
Which is guaranteed death that you drink a 25-year-old energy drink.
I just keel over right away.
Yes, you would.
Was giving kids bad ponytails and they had to discontinue it.
Comment of the night.
That's why they did it. They weren't concerned with what was the kids were drinking. They were just concerned with the bad ponytails.
Kids were giving bad line readings
at school.
Yeah, at school.
And they were probably trying to fight other kids too.
Yeah.
You got to admit though, like say what you want about Seagal, but like I feel like out of all the kind of martial arts movie stars, like he had the best action scenes. Like his like fight scenes were so cool. You know, his little all that stuff, the hand stuff.
Yeah, it was because it wasn't as cartoony as a lot of the other. There was like sort of a more, I don't know, realistic feel to them.
Yeah, it looked very real.
and kind of brutal and realistic.
Yeah, very brutal.
Like if he was that skilled and he was actually fighting a guy, and he could just snap his arm real quick.
Yeah.
And it would be over. Like it makes more sense than sort of doing a bunch of flashy moves.
Yeah. But I guess he was so good that he liked to toy with people at times.
Yeah. I think I'm going to run to the restroom. We'll talk about Putney Swope now.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to James? I'll bring up I have some slides.
I'll leave you.
Beer is for men.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie, huh?
Maybe you can explain the opening scene while I run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I'll try. Reanimator juice. Yeah, I don't know if I even fully understand this opening scene, but this old guy coming in to give a speech. There you go. There's my explanation. Simon, if you're watching though, yeah, and Simon, if you're watching though, I meant to tell Tom, I actually am just about ready to send out your package. I know you probably don't believe it, but was moving stuff around the other day and I started to re-put it together. So making progress in that area. Rob Halford breaking down why beer is gay. I know it does look like Rob Halford's dad, maybe. Rob Halford Sr. God, I'm really thirsty. I don't want to leave. I'm going to send a text right now. I know I'm supposed to be talking, but I'm not. I'm putting in a drink request here.
Yeah, Mensa Patch.
It's Rob Halford's grandfather.
Midnight just woke up.
Uh-oh. We're doomed now. We're doomed. Midnight. See how evil he is?
Yeah.
Midnight's mad that he never got to have his Hong Kong action movie career.
Yeah. Get thrown in front of a camera.
He doesn't care. Yeah, he wants the glory. Midnight's like, fuck that. Nobody's gonna be throwing me.
He could have been the feline Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Jackie Chan's companion.
That would have been badass. Like Jackie and a cat.
Yeah.
Whooping ass.
Kind of like Turner and Hooch with Tom Hanks instead of
Yeah. The Hong Kong Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
So our film was directed by Robert Downey Sr.
Yeah.
Obviously the father of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And the Robert Downey Jr.'s first movie was a Robert Downey Sr. movie. And I have a clip. This is a clip from Pound. So he was 5 years old.
Wow.
Robert Downey Jr., his first performance. Would you like to view it?
Yeah.
On your balls?
Oh, let me do it.
Have any hair on your balls?
I'm afraid to look.
That was it.
Wow. What a way to start.
Do you have any hair on your balls?
His dad's like, yeah, this'll work.
And he has appearances in a bunch of his dad's movies, as you might imagine. There's one I have on VHS with Jennifer Tilly, I think, where he co-stars with Jennifer Tilly, and it's called Rented Lips. And I've never watched it. From the 80s, and it's directed by Robert Downey Sr.
Wow.
But usually he just has a short role and whatever in the his dad's movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd actually never seen a Robert Downey Sr. movie before this one. I just remember I remember when I was a kid, like when Robert Downey Jr. was coming out, I remember hearing like, oh yeah, his dad, was so and so, and I remember thinking like, wow, none of his stuff really ever crossed my radar.
Yeah, I would say Putney Swope is his most famous movie. The other one that gets mentioned is called Greaser's Palace, which is like a satirical Western from 1972. And it's kind of like a Jesus story. And again, it's like it's kind of jamming in a bunch of random shit, which he liked to do.
Yeah. I can tell from this movie.
Yeah, and let me fuck, this new setup is fucking me up. Okay, here we go.
Is it?
Yeah, and then the movie was released on DVD by Criterion, which is what I have. But I think it has been released on Blu-ray. Oh yeah, so Well, I'll get to that. Oh, the other funny thing is that the lead actor Arnold Johnson that plays Putney Swope. My mom said that she would run into him when she lived in New York.
That's awesome.
So she had seen this movie, and then she would go out walking her dog in Central Park and would run into him as he walked his dog.
That's really cool.
And would say hello to him. And just said he was a really nice guy. And then the other Arnold Johnson was also dubbed by Robert Downey Sr. doing a black voice.
Okay, I was wondering. I was going to ask what was going on with all the voices.
Yeah, and he said that it was because Arnold Johnson had trouble remembering the lines, so they had to redub all of his dialogue, and he decided to do it. And actually, to me, it's funny. Like
It is.
I think it actually adds to the movie, even though maybe it's offensive if you know that it's a white guy doing it. But yeah, and he's a character actor in a bunch of TV shows and movies. And this, I think, one of the few starring roles that he did. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, so the opening scene, they have this like shitty beer. It's just basically the movie is a satire of an advertising agency. So it's this shitty advertising agency in New York, but highfalutin, and they have this crappy beer that they're trying to sell, and this is like this guy is like an expert on masculinity, so they pay him a bunch of money to tell them why beer is manly, to help them advertise it.
Beer is for men.
And so that's what they're discussing.
It's the worst beer on the market.
And this is the best explanation of what advertising is. It says our job is to manipulate the consumer by arousing his desires, and then we satisfy those desires for a fixed price. And I love just like they have these like shitty old guys.
One guy's sleeping.
Yeah, one guy's sleeping, one guy's reading the paper. Later on, there's a guy that's playing solitaire. And then Putney Swope is on the board, and he would, I guess, be considered like the woke member. Like he brings up that advertising toy guns is bad because you're encouraging kids to enjoy violence. And he's actually the music director. And there's some quality lines in this movie, like deny a young boy the right to have a toy gun, and he'll turn out to be a homosexual, or worse.
Or worse. Oh my gosh. What's worse?
And you could read this on the screen. I'm not going to say it. But this was another fun exchange. You took him on the picnic hike. I didn't. And then so the boss comes in, and he's like having a heart attack or a stroke or something. And there's this funny bit where they think he's doing charades. So they're trying to guess but he's actually dying. And he dies, and the guy steals his watch. They truly do not give a shit about him.
He got a nice watch though.
And this sort of sets off the plot. So they have this board, and they need to select a new chairman, and they have to vote. And it's a democratic process, but nobody can vote for himself.
It's very democratic.
They immediately they were writing their votes down for themselves, so they immediately have to throw their votes away. And then did you understand like how Putney, the logic behind how Putney got voted in?
It's because he was black, wasn't it?
No.
Well, not exactly, but
Well, sort of. So basically, this is how I took it. So they thought because he's black, they thought so basically an individual guy, he would think, okay, I can't vote for myself and I don't want to vote for somebody else because then that'll give them an advantage over me.
Hmm.
So I'll vote for the black guy because nobody else is going to vote for him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then they all.
But then a bunch of them did that.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And so I was thinking about this movie a couple of weeks ago. There in the NFL, there was a big controversy a few weeks ago because they had the Hall of Fame voting, and then Bill Belichick, who a lot of people consider the greatest head coach of all time, he was not voted into the Hall of Fame, and people thought this was outrageously stupid because he has the most wins and the most Super Bowls of any coach. And then a sports writer came out and explained why he thought that happened. And basically the way he explained it was like the inverted version of Putney Swope. The
Interesting.
vote. So the way he explained it is individual voters thought everybody else is going to vote for Bill Belichick, right? 100%. You would be stupid not to. So what I'm going to do is instead use that vote on a player that otherwise would not get voted for. But then like 12 different voters did that, and you got to get 40 out of 50 votes, and I think he got 38. And this is the theory behind the sports writer. And then they did that, and then that's why Bill Belichick didn't get in. So it's like the opposite of the Putney Swope vote, where they instead of voting for a guy they thought nobody else would vote for, they did not vote for the guy because they thought everyone else would vote for him and he would be automatically in.
Yeah. So let's give our vote to someone else, maybe that,
So Bill Belichick, in my view, got reverse Putney Swoped.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Wow. That's hilarious.
So when that happened, I sort of was thinking I want to rewatch the movie, and that's so why I picked it basically.
Oh, okay. I just picture like all these guys. That's how I picture like and not just now, but pretty much always. That's just like how I picture the U.S. like government working together. Bunch of old, decrepit old white dudes and one black guy.
Is. If you watch footage of the Trump's the thing where everyone sits around the table and give them their updates, the whatchamacallit. And then so Putney says, I'm not going to rock the boat. What you do is sink the boat. So he has a new cabinet of soul brothers and sisters. So it's setting it up, you think, because he made the comment of like it's wrong to advertise toy guns. So you think he's going to turn the advertising agency into this respectable agency that progressive kind of thing. But it's not really what happens.
No, not really.
And then like they're like they were shooting a commercial from the previous like administration, and it's obviously not going well. They're on take 107. And they just storm in and kick everybody out. Like and like the secretary or whatever, she says like yeah, we got a bunch of lilies down there shooting a commercial. Like I love that she calls them lilies.
Lilies.
Like Lily White.
Lily White. I never heard that before. I don't think it's funny. I'm gonna start using it though. Look at all these lilies around here.
Yeah. And this is
this guy's funny.
Antonio Vargas. Is it Vargas or
I think it's
I think
Fargus with the F. At least that's how it sounds.
I should bring up the IMDb.
Or maybe I'm thinking Farkas with an F because there's a Farkas character from something else that I've watched. Something Farkas. This guy's hilarious, though.
Yeah, so this is, I think, a takeoff of like the Muslim black guys.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like, well, we're not there yet, but
So it's sort of like, and then Putney Swope sort of does not fulfill the promise of creating a progressive ad agency. So this guy's sort of the moral conscience of, I guess, the left and black people and black power. Is that listed on here? What the fuck? He played Huggy Bear on Starsky and Hutch. He always plays pimps, and he's in Foxy Brown.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Antonio Fargas with an F.
Oh, okay. I thought so. It sounds effy.
Yeah, he usually plays pimps.
It's his specialty.
And then so that every single account pulled out after Putney gets the job as the head of the company. I wish I'd have pulled out too many dependents, baby.
That's a good line.
And then there's some kind of offensive things in here, I guess. But there's a potential Chinese client shows up, and he's just blowing off fireworks.
What's his thing?
I don't know if like in modern times people get that, but that used to be like a common joke because I guess fireworks were invented in China.
Yeah,
And
apparently.
you would hear like there would be jokes where, especially in the 70s, where like Chinese people just blowing off fireworks, like this racist thing.
They just love fireworks. It's
Yeah.
in their DNA, you know.
But I don't know if that's something that you hear in modern times, like
I
a
don't think
racist
so.
stereotype, like Chinese people are into fireworks.
No,
I think that's more in the 70s.
yeah, I think so.
But they're blowing off fireworks in the lobby, and he shows up and he goes, "What is that? Do it yourself, Pearl Harbor?" Midnight.
Oh, he's mad already.
Yeah, he wants food.
He's like, I want my dinner early.
Yeah, and so the guy, they propose a ridiculous ad where Columbus like screws over an Indian and then looks in the camera and then advertises it's a rat catcher. Like it doesn't make any sense at all. And he goes, after the pitch, he goes, "It's the most fantastic thing I've ever heard."
With a straight face.
He says, "I'm a happy chink."
Oh my God.
And like the lone old white guy that's still on the board, he fires him. The Columbus thing is the worst thing I ever heard. But it actually, one thing I like about this movie, it's constantly swerving you with the plot and also what Putney is saying. Like, so they have this horrible idea for this ad, but then the guy loves it. And then Putney fires the guy for coming up with the ad that it's a horrible ad. So you think, okay, this is going to be disaster, but it's a huge hit. Like it's constantly doing that where you don't really know what's going to happen next.
No, definitely not. It's very like, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know how to describe that. Like, it's not slapstick, but it's like something else.
Yeah, it's like swerve.
yeah, swervy.
Swerve comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then like they have all these new potential clients in the lobby, and one of them is a junior Miss Flamethrower. So a flamethrower for girls, disposable propane cassettes. So clearly, the thing is like you thought Putney was going to be, not all about the money, but then he
Yeah.
quickly becomes
He changed.
even worse than his predecessor.
Yeah. He sells out. Yeah, James, that would work. Yeah, postmodernism, absurdism. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like they did the ad for cereal, and the voiceover guy says there's the certain vitamin in the cereal, and the guy goes, "No shit," and that's the entire ad.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird ads. They're all ridiculous.
And they charge like a ridiculous amount of money for these ads, but they're super successful. And they have these big bags of money, and this guy throws it into this like tank with a basketball hoop. Because that's how black people deposit money, is they shoot it like a basketball.
I can't even imagine the set, like I'm being on set for this movie. It must have been pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna assume there was some drug use, at least some weed.
Given the time period, yeah, you're most likely right. Yeah, James said, I forgot about that. The ethereal cereal.
Yeah,
is
that's the name of it.
That was great.
And this was in color. This is like Miss Redneck.
Yeah.
And she's a graduate of the Sawbone T-Bone Diner. She has a college degree from a diner
in New Jersey or something too.
And this is selling chicken pot pies. And this guy has a window cleaner, and then Putney goes, "Why don't we put soybeans in it?
Yeah,
and
sell
we'll
it as
push
a
it
drink."
soft drink in the ghetto."
Jesus.
I love he calls them Lawrence of Nigeria. And this is the president and the first lady is this little person and his little wife.
Yeah.
And they're telling him jokes to make. So the guy's telling him jokes to make him laugh. And the thing he laughs the most at is, "Hey, it's cold in here. Throw another Jew on the fire." that kills him. Again, it's just another random thing of just making fun of the president, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, here's another ad. "Girl, I saw your beaver flash. I'll never be the same."
When it starts going color.
Yeah.
What was the I don't know if I missed something. What was the reason for the color shots? Because I know it happens a couple times. That goes back to black and white. It's just because they're ads.
Yeah, I don't think they explain it. I just think that some of the ads are in color and some are in black and white.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, when it first happened, I thought it was going color. Like James said, like Wizard of Oz, and it would stay color, but it doesn't. It goes back to black and white. And it doesn't do it for a while. Like it doesn't do any color for quite a while into the movie.
I think it's just, at the time you had ads in black and white and color because it's 1969.
Okay.
So they're just doing some of them in color, some of them in black and white. Like this is a a musical segment, so it makes more sense in color.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other point, like comedic point to it. And this is my favorite exchange. Again, what I'm saying, like he's always swerving people. So this guy goes to Putney to complain about his salary, and he needs a raise. And he says, "I do exactly the same job as the other executives, but I don't make as much money as they do." And Putney says, "If I gave you a raise, everybody's going to want a raise. And if I give them a raise, they'll still be making more money than you. And we'll be right back where we started."
So no raises for anybody.
Yeah. And he says, "I never thought of it that way. And that's why you get less money. You don't think." He talked him out of it.
He did.
He's just a different kind of thinker, Putney.
Yeah. That's what you need to turn a company around.
This is a life insurance company. They charge an arm and a leg. So the guy coming out
it's worth
is missing an arm and a leg. And then they have this ridiculous, like, sexy ad. These girls jumping around with their tits flying out. And this is she's not credited in the movie, but this is Marlena Clark as one of the girls. And she's in a bunch of movies. She's in Enter the Dragon, Ganja and Hess, Slaughter, I think Son of the Blob, one of the Blob sequels.
Son of the Blob. Awesome.
So I think this is one of her first roles. She just bounces around in a 90.
You got to start somewhere.
And I think that's her on the poster. It's hard to tell, but that might be her on the poster. Yeah, then it starts angering the board, like these various ads. And I'm not going to repeat that.
That's probably a good move.
Lawrence of Nigeria is not happy with the direction.
No.
This is the Jewish car, the Borman.
I love the Star David on the top.
Yeah. And then all this is like a fat girl gets in the car, she tips it over. That's the entire ad. I don't know. I don't know how that's supposed to get you to buy the car.
Yeah.
But it's offensive. It's outrageous.
Maybe it would work just for that reason.
And this is another good line. Hey, Swope, what do you think of the Panthers? And he says, they look good against the Bulldogs, but they need more depth at quarterback.
The football team. There's some pretty good knee slappers in here.
Yeah. And then you have a smoking nun wants Putney to adopt an orphan. Billy's an orphan and wants to be your pal. Take him for a ride. And he says to the nun, you're taking me for a ride. And this charming boy says, shouldn't be you be in school? Fuck you. And fuck the establishment.
Kid's smart, beyond his years.
So Putney wasn't interested, but he said, fuck the establishment. So he's like, all right, I'll pick you up tomorrow. Where's the revolution you were talking about? His team wanted a revolution, and Putney's just giving them ridiculous ads. They barely make any sense, and they're offensive. And the randomly, I guess he was like a delivery guy that shows up, and he starts coming in and shooting everybody.
Yeah, he tries to shoot Putney.
And I'm not sure. I just kind of found this random. I don't know. Was there like a reason, do you think?
I was wondering. He shoots at him and he misses. He shoots at him a bunch of times and he misses everybody, right? He doesn't hit anyone, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't really understand that part. Like an assassination attempt, I guess.
But I guess there's a couple references to it, but the Robert Kennedy assassination was a year prior, and there was another joke referencing that. So maybe this is like just a reference that this is like a common thing now, is political assassinations.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That would make sense.
He talks about a new board game called Cops and Demonstrators. And then they're calling them a cop-out. But then he says the scene was a put-on. You can never tell with Putney.
I know. You never tell what exactly his morals are, or like his thoughts or anything, where he stands on shit.
And yeah, so Lawrence of Nigeria, he says his cousin is Sirhan Saran Wrap. So, and this was, probably right after they were started shooting the movie, was the Robert Kennedy shooting, and the shooter is his name is Sirhan Sirhan. So this is a reference to that.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the gunman that shows up is a reference to the Sirhan shooting. Yeah, or the Hinckley. But was that the next year?
I'm not sure. I think like it was later, but yeah, I don't know if it was the next year
or 2 years or.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking of.
Oh, James corrected himself. He didn't mean to say Hinckley.
No, Hinckley was 81. I'm thinking of the
way later.
I'm thinking of a different shooting. And then he sets the pile of money on fire. So did you have any takeaways from the movie?
I guess kind of like James said, just kind of absurdism, I guess, on American like advertising. I mean, the whole racial aspect was pretty cool, but like it's a hard one to figure out. I don't know if I'd have to watch it again, I think, to like be able to like synopsis, this would be a hard one to like put into a synopsis. I just kind of enjoyed going from scene to scene, and because a lot of the jokes are pretty funny. My favorite part, I think, is when they're out. Do you remember the part where they're all outside? They're like walking down an alleyway, kind of like an entourage, and it's all the black dudes, and there's one white dude in the middle, and they like push that. They walk by that one white old guy, and they shove him into the fence and just keep walking.
Yeah.
And then the part where Lawrence of Nigeria is doing his he's doing like the Muslim prayer on his but he doesn't actually know any prayers, so he's like making them up as he goes.
Yeah, I forget what he says.
Yeah, me too, but I just remember laughing.
Yeah, I forgot, but that was funny.
Might be a little offensive to Islam, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I guess it's because you like I said, you're supposed to think that Putney Swope is going to revolutionize advertising.
Yeah.
Make it, I guess, less evil, more progressive.
But he just makes it weird.
He doesn't do that. He just he makes it, I guess, worse in a way, just more offensive. But he just goes the money grabbing way.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like even though the group may have good intentions going in, like the millions of dollars are pouring in, so they immediately taints their whole organization, and they're immediate sellouts.
Yeah, literally.
And I guess I don't remember his real name in the movie, but I'll call him Lawrence of Nigeria.
Yeah, so I can't remember his name either.
Then he just like burns it to the ground as a way of saying like there's no way to there's no way to advertise in a way that's respectable and works for the people instead of,
that's a good point,
tricking them into buying stuff.
Yeah.
Like you have to burn it to the ground kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I guess that's a good point. There's no real good way to do it, to do advertising. It's essentially a predatory, practice.
Yeah, and then also it reminds me of that Bill Hicks routine.
Oh, I love Bill Hicks.
Yeah, and then he goes, if I have anyone in my audience that works in advertising, I want you to do me a favor. Go home. I want you to kill yourself.
Yeah, he had a huge stance on like advertising and what would you call it? Like advertising and like being paid to promote products. Like he had that whole thing where is like if you're an actor or if you're an artist of any sort and you have done a commercial or whatever, you're no longer in the creative pool as far as I'm concerned. It's like I'm never going to look at you as a true artist.
Yeah.
I remember, and then he had that thing where like he was offered some kind of British orange drink commercial or something that he turned down.
Yeah, and then he's like, it's like, yeah, I'm not doing a bit. There's no, you're probably thinking,
Punchline.
where's the punchline, Bill? Is this punchline coming on? And it's like, no punchline. I need you to off yourself, please.
Do you remember his Leno bit? I think it followed that, what you're talking about. I think that's what he like talks about Leno selling out and about how Leno should kill himself.
Yeah. And he's
like, you're selling chips or whatever. You don't need money. You don't even need the money. Why are you doing these commercials? You know.
Fishbone.
I forgot about Fishbone.
One movie we could do at some point, I think would be good, would be Tapeheads with John Cusack. Fishbone is in it.
Okay, that's funny you mentioned that because I've never seen Tapeheads, but I know about it, and I've always kind of wanted to watch. I love John Cusack too, so
I think that would be good. The movie's incredibly dated to the late 80s.
Perfect.
But it deals with he's a music video director.
Okay.
So it's very much in the late 80s music video. And then Fishbone is like plays a country band at a bar.
Oh wow.
So it's like the country version of Fishbone.
And weren't they all black dudes?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I remember watching Fishbone. I remember at least that's my. I thought the songs were cool, but I remembered, at least most of them being black, if not all of them. Kind of like a Living Color. Wait, no, Living Color were all black too.
Well, not Jim Carrey.
No, I mean the band.
You mean the band?
Yeah, not in Living Color.
In Living Color.
No, the band. Yeah, the band Living Color.
Yeah, the band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cusack was a huge Fishbone fan.
Oh, that's cool. Damn. I think Fishbone, I want to say they made a comeback a couple of years ago. Who doesn't make a comeback?
Battles in the North.
Battles in the North. Hell yeah. That's a classic. I love it. Big Immortal fan. Big Immortal fan.
I could have guessed that. Yeah, there's a bunch of music references and bands in there. Lords of the New Church is in it.
Hell yeah.
There's a band doing a Devo cover.
Cool.
Etc. All right, what time is it?
3:45.
Well, not where I am.
Oh yeah, 6:45.
It's dinner time. I'm starving.
Hey.
Midnight's upset.
I forgot to mention. Sorry about that. I forgot to mention I'm going to see Harlan Williams tonight, the comedian.
Oh wow!
Isn't that pretty sick?
Yeah.
I've got my my Dumb and Dumber DVD over there. I'm hoping that maybe I can get him to sign it. He seems like a cool guy. I'd imagine he probably would do something like that.
I would have brought a Freddie Got Fingered DVD.
Oh shit, maybe I have that. And I have some of his comedy CDs lying around too, if I can find them. Hey, sorry, dogs are.
Yeah, Harlan Williams is great.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. Never saw him live.
Hey, you want to come back in 2 weeks?
Sure.
We can talk about Scream. I'll probably have seen it by then.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be curious to see what other people are saying because I know most people seem to be complaining about it, but I thought it was perfectly watchable. I don't know. I didn't hate it. Bagel, stop. Come here. Come here, buddy.
So I have a movie pick for 2 weeks from now, and I can pretty much guarantee. Well, thank you, James. That's
that I haven't seen it. So
I can pretty much guarantee you haven't seen this. This is very obscure.
Bet you're right too.
If Scott makes it back alive, maybe he'll make an appearance. If he makes it back alive, he better make an appearance or I'll kill him.
Yeah, it's like you made it out alive just to not show up again. That's just rude, you know.
Yeah.
That is the blood pact that we made. If you are alive, you must be here.
Yeah. So this is a anti-communist propaganda film.
Okay.
and it's from 1971.
Okay.
So this is um, the idea being this is promoting the Vietnam War because the Vietnam War is preventing the spread of communism to America. So this movie shows you what happens if America would have been overtaken by communism. And this is the cover for the Blu-ray, and it's called "If Footmen Tire You, What Will Horses Do?"
Wow.
Again, that's an awkward title, but if and I can't talk over the dog, but can I mute you while I say the title? Okay, did you mute? Okay. The title is 1971, If Footmen Tire You, What Will Horses Do? Directed by Ron Ormond. And there's a Ron Ormond box set from Indicator, which is this thing, which is like everything. And it's in that, so I don't know if it's available otherwise. But basically this is so in 1971, it's this preacher telling you, the audience, what will happen if communists take over America.
Oh wow.
The hellscape that America will become. And it is fucking outrageous.
Oh wow. You got my yeah, I'm definitely curious because I love people's in the US, yeah, the whole our we I mean, you can't even talk about communism without being like somebody wanting to punch you in the face. It's funny. Obviously it's different time now, but like it's just funny how yeah, we as a country we've been totally brainwashed against communism. So this should be an interesting watch.
Yeah, but this is the most outrageous and insane version of that.
Good. Yeah, I can't wait.
It's like
What kind of movie is it? What would you call it? Like what genre or is it a non-genre?
It's like it's more like a documentary where they're recreating what will happen.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically a guy giving a speech. It's a sermon basically, like at his church.
So there's no satire or anything in this movie. It's
No.
yeah, this is like a pure
So
propaganda.
like, do you know who Dinesh D'Souza is?
Yeah.
So he did that movie Hillary's America, which I haven't seen. So it was sort of like, this is what's going to happen if you vote for Hillary,
Oh, yeah.
whatever horrible shit. And then they have recreations of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's sort of comparable to that.
Cool. Yeah, only 50 or 40 years earlier. Which you'd think we would have changed a little bit in those decades.
Yeah, not really.
No, we're actually pushing for that time of the movie you're talking about. We're trying to go back to those days where we're just afraid of anything and everything.
Lots of kids are slaughtered in this movie.
Oh shit.
So if you want to see dead kids, you're going to be happy. Not for real. It's very, very fake.
Ah, god damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
And also, the movie's only 53 minutes.
It's probably all it needs to be for a movie like that.
Well, that's it. Let me bring up the
oh damn! Look who just came in at the last second.
We were making fun of you, Scott.
We're literally just about to be done. That's funny. It couldn't have been more timely.
Well, he's alive. That's good news.
Or is he? This could be some
or someone hacked his account.
Yeah, or some secret agent over there that's pretending to be him.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott, you're on a secret mission in Iran that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Eli, any final thoughts?
I don't think so. No, I'm gonna go see Harlan Williams tonight. It's gonna be awesome. Be to laugh until my kidney just falls right out my ass.
That's very-
That's how I've been feeling lately. I've been having some stomach issues.
okay. Well, I want to hear about good old Harlan Williams. That sounds.
I think it's
fun.
gonna be good. I've seen him like he still has it. Like I don't know if you ever watch him on like well yeah he has a podcast, but he goes on other people's podcasts and he's still like if you watch him on like he went on Rogan I don't know maybe a year ago and just fucks with Joe the whole time. Like yeah, he's still brilliant.
You're not wrong, Scott. All right. Thank you, everyone. James, Simon, Scott. Have an awesome night. Thank you, Eli, for showing up.
Sorry,
I do
was late.
appreciate it. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. If footmen tire you, what will horses do?